What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Redcat Live. This is kind of weird because I feel like we just finished a show. Well, for a lot of you folks that don't know, we actually had another show that we just did about an hour or so ago in the behind the scenes Facebook group for the bed dancers. So it feels really weird to do this twice a day. And now I'm like with no one here, so it's like really weird. But what's going on, guys? Thank you guys so much for joining us back. We don't have a big, huge show here lined up for you guys today. Today's going to be kind of a different feel. Obviously, we're going to go over a couple little quick updates of things that are in stock and some questions that have been asked over and over and over again in the last coming weeks, because we always have someone that has a question that needs to be answered. On that same whim, I want to just thank you guys for those that are coming back week after week, making the show a success, and we appreciate you guys. If you guys can, if this is your first time on the show and you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you don't miss any future episodes. Let's say what's up to some of the folks that are already in the chat, because these dudes are on it. Yoshi, what's going on, brother man? Jake Kicks in the house. He says he's first. I don't know. It looks like by this, a tenth of a second, Yoshi beat you. I don't know. It could be up for debate. You never know, right? To be fair, you're the first in YouTube. Well, Yoshi was the first on Facebook, so you were the first technically. Rad Raff, man, what's going on with you, man? David M, what's up, man? Hello from Texas. F Dog, what's going on with you, man? Daily Driven, what's up with you? No. CJ Hicks, what's up, man? Rad Raff, man, hello, how are you, bro? Thank you so much for swinging on by, man. Emmanuel Rivera, what's up with you? Truck RC, what's good, man? Michael, what's up, man? Yoshi, little taco, man. It'd be like Slim Taco, none. Rad Raff, SoCal here. Earthquake gave us a jolt today. I heard that, man. Hopefully everyone is doing well out there and no one's having any issues, so to speak. Give me 1 second here, guys. I do want to do something really quick before I forget. There was Roger Ranghill, what's going on with you, man? Tim Quintero, Don Galindo, what's up with you, man? Jose Robinson's in the house. Jay Kick, love, man. Rex Racer's back as well from Kentucky. I love it. Notch Johnson, 710 RCs. What's going on, homie? How are you, bro? Model Car Jedi, how are you? He says, thanks for sharing my hardbody Gen 9 Bronco build. Of course, man. Did I? I hope I did. Jay Babula, man, what's up with you, man? How are you, bro? Looking for that 68 Chevy RC Redcat. Hey, that'd be a great drop for sure. Bonafide the Fool's in the house, and of course he's representing the homies out of the Drop Zone crew. Appreciate you for stopping on by, man. It's always a pleasure having you, brother. Ken Westbrook, what's going on with you, man? He said, let's drop something new on the people. I wish I had something new. I really don't, not today. Nelson B, man, coming back from MIA. How's everyone? Man, we're doing good, Guys, you know, there was something that did come up, and I actually forgot to grab the picture in time to do something with, but I do want to take a quick second and just give my condolences, man. There was a gentleman by the name of Jason Coates, hardcore representing Block Boys, so much love to Block Boys. My condolences to Block Boys and all of the Coates family in general. We ended up losing one of our own recently. It sounds like Jason Coates, really passionate for RCing, RC Lowrider fanatic in general. Again, was part of the Block Boys crew as well. Unfortunately had an accident and is no longer with us, you know, on this earth. And you know, it's always sad, because whenever as a community we tend to forget that we're behind every profile there's a human being interacting, and it doesn't matter how small or how big of a part you play in that. Being a part of a community and no longer being there is always a saddened feeling. So if you guys can, like always, whenever something like this happens, I just want to make sure we can pay the man his respect and give him his flowers. And please join me in just a moment of silence. Man, again, I want to make sure that I give my condolences to the entire Coates family. We lost a real G today, or this weekend, and he's going to be severely missed. My heart goes out to everyone in the Block Boys that knew him, and even if we weren't in the Block Boys and knew him and knew the kind of caliber person he was, that you guys can, keep him in the family in your thoughts. So thank you guys so very much for that. Double check some comments, guys. Bear with me just 1 second. Lazy HRC, what's going on from Dunlop, Tennessee? What's up with you, man? How are you? Tim Dilda says, good to see you over here from Tennessee River Valley, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mark Limos, what's up with you, man? You read the question. All right, so you know what, guys? I wanted to start the episode with our own question, right? And it's, in essence, let me see here. So sorry, everything seems really off right now, and I'm not able to find all my standard stuff, so bear with me, guys. Let's see. All right. My question to all of you guys as we start this episode is, what is your favorite aspect about the RC life? Be it wrenching, be it being with people, maybe planning an event to hang out. What is the one thing that stands out to you the most between you and your community members that makes you enjoy the RC life in general the most? Make sure you drop them in your comments. I love reading them about them afterwards. I want to highlight a few as we go. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that do a lot of amazing stuff. So thank you so much for that. Mark Limos says his favorite part of RC is on-road racing. So make something race-worthy, he says. Let's see. Finley Mackey says, I love a machete, absolute beast that takes an absolute kicking. Sorry to hear about Jason, man. Absolutely, bro. Chris Barr, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Daily Driven RC, do I know if a GoFundMe page has been made for him? No, I don't at this time. I actually came in passing with the post literally about a minute or so before I was supposed to go live, which is why I was about a minute or two late. And I screenshot, I was going to put the picture up of the gentleman, but in fixing a couple of things, I didn't get that image up. But if someone knows some information, please be happy to share as well. Michael, when the RC community loses someone, it's like losing a family member. I agree, man. You know, it's tough, and it's something that unfortunately I've dealt with many times over. And being a really big advocate for men's mental health in general, and just mental health as a whole, it's something that really hits hard and home. And again, it doesn't matter if I knew the man or not. Being able to be in a position where you have the same passions and are driven by the same things that give you enjoyment in life, it's really hard to see someone no longer be there in the community. So I appreciate that. Wayne's RC World, what's going on with you, brother, man? Hey, awesome build, man. I love that dually you got, bro. Way to go. Mike Hartland, what's going on with you? Appreciate you stopping by. Jay Babula says his favorite thing is just driving the RC cars. That's his favorite part about the RC life. In light in RC. I love driving it all and all the good people I get to meet. So that's a great one. I love that one. That's great. Bonify the Fool says, oh man, we lost a fellow lowrider. Prayers and condolences to his immediate and extended fam, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I'm sure that everyone appreciates that. Thank you so much, Bonafide. Love. Still waiting on a 68 Chevy Redcat. Tell your builders. Man, he's just getting ornery with it. I might just have to just quiet him down for a little bit. You know what, bro? I'm going to mute you for a little bit because I don't like your attitude. I'm just kidding. Man, appreciate your comment, though. Jesus Martinez, what's going on, man? He says he's representing Team Yonkers, RC Lowriders, and he's checking in. I appreciate you, man. Chris Barr says his favorite part about the RC life is just hanging out with friends. So I agree with you 100%. For me, it's always been about the vibe and hanging out with folks. I used to be a big crawler, and I would go to crawler events, and I would focus on just crawling, get in and get out. And then it really turned into, as I grew inside the hobby and was able to be at a point where I can do live shows with you guys and not just be a user of the RC hobby, but, you know, a person you guys can have fun with, it was really more enjoyable for me to just not even RC, but really just hang out with everyone and talk and just, you know, hear your stories and your passions as well, because that just honestly, it drives me. It makes me feel humbled that you would want to share your stories of your love and passion for the hobby. So I get that. Being able to hang out with people, being able to make that enjoyable atmosphere, it's really one that speaks volumes. So I'm with you there, Chris. Nelson B, to answer, putting a piece of yourself into a build and obviously seeing it come together, Nelson B says. So another great one, right? How many of you guys are builders and love building your cars? And that's the one thing that you can go home and do nonstop. I know that's a big one for me. Being that I don't really get to go and enjoy RCs like I used to before as a hobby, now it's work, my passion is building them, right? And doing things that make it unique to me and my style. So I can definitely appreciate that. Kevin Simpson says his favorite is fixing things. So I'm assuming he likes to wrench, right? He likes to work on his RCs. And that probably I'm assuming gives you peace. I know it does me. It makes me calmer and at ease. It helps my anxiety to be able to go in the garage and sit up on the workbench and wrench away, right? Jared Taylor says his favorite part of RCs, the whole hobby completely. So I appreciate that. That's a good one as well. Seized BCG. Being able to feel like I'm working on cars again without aggravating the back injury. Dude, yes. How about, you know, avoiding, you know, a busted knuckle? You know what I'm saying? You're getting that bolt off and bow, you know what I'm saying? And take it. Repairs on an RC car definitely match the 10 scale aspect, right? You're paying 10% of what you normally would on a real car, kind of in a way. So the hurt to the pocketbook's the same, but yeah, I get you there, man. Absolutely. Model Car Jedi. Since finding trail trucks, I've spent more time with lifelong friends. I love that, man. I love that. Michael says, getting away. Sorry, trying to understand what he's saying. Getting out away from the rat race and just ripping my cars gives me a sense of peace, right? So I love that, Michael. Great analogy. That's what it's about, right? I mean, like, no matter what part of the hobby you're enjoying, whether it's wrenching, whether it's building, whether it's being around friends, it's supposed to be an escape, right? It's supposed to be a hobby. So when a lot of times you see a lot of the different groups that are all over, and it doesn't just go inside the Redcat groups, but it doesn't matter what brand, there's always a sense of group and there's always a sense of people that sometimes forget that, and I think it's very important to make sure that we keep that in mind when we're communicating with each other. There's a human being behind every profile, like I said, and there's a set of feelings with it. And I'm not saying that everyone should be soft, but I think we should definitely be encouraging to each other and uplifting and try to help build the community as a whole. I think that's what truly matters the most at the end of the day. Keith King, what's going on, King? Hello from the 316 Kansas Flatlands. Hope you're having a great day, man. We are. Appreciate you so much, man. Cristobal Montiel, what's going on with you? Rex Racer says, you always meet good people in the hobby. That's hard to do nowadays. I agree 100%. Listen, guys, I can go out and meet people. My wife would be like, hey, we're going to have dinner with, the neighbors, or we're going to have dinner with X, so people. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to introvert. I don't want to hang out with people that I don't know. But if you're someone that is in RC, then like, oh, dude, it's on. Let's hang out. I don't know you, but let's talk. Why? Because we have something in common, right? So I love that. That's a good one. Richard Hubley says, I love the way people enjoy what they see and always want to know how to get started in the hobby. Absolutely. You're a gatekeeper, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're an ambassador in the hobby when you have that opportunity. When you're out, if you're in the Lowrider scene, you're cruising your cars, in the park, and, kiddos with parents are coming up to you and they want to know some information. There's that aspect of it. There's the other aspect where, people just want to know where to buy. You know what I'm saying? Where do you get X, Y, and Z? How can I get in the hobby? I want to be able to enjoy it. I bought, this car at this location. It doesn't work anymore, So that's awesome, man. D'Angelo McDonald, what's going on with you, brother? Ken Westbrook says to him, it's making things your own and making them stand out. So that's awesome. Let's see. Tyler Reed, is there any upgrades I can do to my Gen 7 Pro? Aside from the stuff that already exists as far as in the aftermarket, the basic upgrades that I think anyone can do to any crawler is obviously, changing shocks around, maybe playing with the shock oils to give you different dampening, or going with different shocks in general to meet your needs. Wheels and tires are a big thing, and it's very simple and easy to do. Electronics, servo, motor, ESC, you can replace those with some things that are a little bit more stout, a little bit more powerful, that might give you more wheel spin and more power output to your servo, so you have a lot more power in your steering. I think those are kind of all the basics, and I think after that you can look at maybe a body, Proline, J Concepts, a couple other manufacturers make bodies that you can get that are scale bodies, licensed bodies as well, and maybe add more of your personal touch. Maybe being able to find some, scale accessories that can help you really make it your own, or stickers, right? Stickers are good. Listen, my wife has a Cricut. I have her printing me stuff all the time that I use on my cars. I also have her make stencils when I want to paint bodies, so that's something that you can always look into as well. Dark Woods RC's in the house, man. What's up with you? Jared Taylor, my tiny truck and cars got me through my stroke and keep me going. Yes, that's a big one, guys. How many of you guys have used RC to kind of get you through a phase in life, an injury? A lot of you guys that have been following Redcat in most recent time may not know that I was involved in a pretty nasty accident about two years ago, where I was left in the hospital for about 2 weeks and ended up with 5 fractured ribs due to an automobile accident. And of course, at this time, a new product had launched, a kit version, and I love building, so I ordered a kit, and that just kind of kept me going. It kept my hands from being idle, right? And I go stir crazy if I'm just sitting at home doing nothing. So, being able to wrench is very big. It's a very big part. So I love that. I love that works for you. Another thing that I do with the hobby is I love being able to use the hobby as a catalyst and a way to talk about things that most people don't get to talk about. For me, it's autism awareness, right? Me and the founder of ASD Crawlers, it was really big for me to use the hobby as an opportunity to express what autism is and be able to teach people more about it, to make it more normal to talk about it, and accepting to those that are impacted by it. So that's always a good one too. Eric Estep, what's going on with you, bro? Thank you so much. Mike Alexis, what's up with you? Foreign Sean's in the house again, dropping that big arms for Drop Zone RC. Thank you so much, Sean, for hanging out, man. It's always good seeing you, bro. Mike Alexis, big up from the Caribbean, Grenada. Love it, man. Elevated RC, any plans for a bit stronger links on the Fusion? From where I stand, or what I've been seeing and hearing, no, it doesn't look like we have anything in the plans, in the works. And if the team sees something differently, they'll make sure to update my notes for me going into next week's episode. If you are looking for some links that will suffice, I personally run the Hardcore RC links. They do take some time because he makes them by hand. So it can take about 2 to 3 weeks lead time. You can pick from stainless steel. You can pick titanium as well. I chose stainless steel to add a little bit more weight down low on my Ascent. So definitely an option to look into as well. The rod ends that he uses are a little bit more of a universal size, that if you break them, they're a little easier to find as well and work really good. I haven't had a problem with them at this point. And I have probably about, I don't know, maybe over a dozen outings with my truck with those links on it. Chris with an A. Chris with an A. Okay. Speaking of mental health, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Check on your friends and family. Dude, that's a great point. It is. May is upon us, and it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, check on those ones that are quiet, the ones that are big and smiling all the time, but often don't, do for themselves because they're always eager to do for others. It's very important, I think it's something that is very taboo for a lot of people to talk about, and people feel uncomfortable. And I think it's okay to feel that way, but I think because we're all in the hobby, we all know someone that might, be struggling with anything and everything. And it's okay to check in on them and make sure that they're doing well. I think it's the good human thing to do. So keep that in mind, guys. Make sure you check in on your homies, male, female, brothers, sisters, uncles, grandfathers, it doesn't matter. Check in on each other, man. It's a plus. Brandon Allen, these RC lowriders are the best thing. that has ever happened to me, man. Brandon, I appreciate you, man. You know, I always call, Brandon Superman for many reasons. He's an amazing spirit. Him and his pops are just some of the most humbling people I've ever met in the lowrider and RC community in general. And I love his drive and I love his passion for the hobby. So, he's definitely a true testament of what we all should embody to be like. So thank you so much, Brandon. Jesus Martinez from Team Yonkis says, what I enjoy the most is seeing the joy and fun in the little ones are having when it comes to, coming out to shows. I agreed, being able to share the wealth, to the younger community and showing them how to properly behave at events, in a way that congratulates each other, even if you don't win, and taking an L sometimes because someone else is just genuinely better at you. And then also being able to just allow them to light up and enjoy the hobby and make it so that they can enjoy it fully. I think that's huge. So, man, thank you so much, Jesus. That's a great one, bro. Let's see here. Martin Lara, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much for stopping on by. Chris with an A, he says, my favorite part of the hobby is the backyard bashing and then wrenching to make it his own. So I love that. Great one for sure. Danny LaBeouf's in the house. What's going on with you, man? How are you? He says, I know I've been missing a couple episodes, but I've been fighting this cancer. I hope you understand, but I'm back now. Try to stay up on what y'all doing, man. Danny, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, and I hope to keep some good positive thoughts and prayers going your way, man. Hope it stays on the up. Fight a good fight, man. We're all thinking of you. Mike Alexa says he loves enjoying customizing them, and that's awesome. I love it. BCG says, for real, no knuckle busters on RC. I mean, I've had some moments like burnt hands from like a soldering iron, I mean, there's some pains, and those of you guys that haven't gotten smart, the right tool helps with your hands. I got some buddies, even my own brother has carpal tunnel and he wrenches a lot, so he had to have surgery on both his hands because of it. And so be smart about how you wrench, give yourself breaks. It's easy to just sit there and ham out, but definitely make it enjoyable. Brian Key, hello from the Bama, man. I appreciate you. Erica Stepp, I enjoy finishing projects, but honest, that's not too often. Projects pile up fast. I agree. And if you know Eric, he's got a huge laundry list of RCs that are piled up in his house, and he's a big avid RCer, so I can assume that his projects are always keeping him busy. And he's got little ones that love the hobby too, so that's always fun to be able to enjoy as a family. Ronald Johnson says, I enjoy bashing in the parking lot at the grade school, man. Exactly. Maybe taking a break and just being able to break the norm, right? And give you something to do in the day. Andrew Steen says, I miss hanging out with the ASD crew in the best RC crawler event ever put on by a group of wonderful people. I appreciate you, Andrew, man. It was an amazing 7-year run of events, and who knows, maybe something can come in the future. Might be the same, might be different. You just never know. Jay Kick says, my favorite part of the RC life brings me back to my childhood, building lowrider car models, and now I can drive them and customize them like my models. So that's awesome, man. Being able to bridge that gap, right, between being a child and an adult and being able to cultivate that culture all together. That's a win, man. I love it. The Token Channel, what's going on with you? Thank you for stopping by. MK936 says, being a menace in these streets, in these neighborhood streets, without the cops being called on me. That's his enjoyment, man, with his RCs. I love it. Bonafide the Fool says, the whole hobby. I've been lowriding since high school in the South where I live. So that's awesome, man. The Token Channel says, have you lost weight, bro? Yes, I have. For a lot of folks that don't know, I a year and a half ago started a journey. I was 311 pounds, and I've been able to lose 91 pounds and counting. So definitely something I've been trying to shape my life and just be healthier in general. So I enjoy the hobby. I want to be able to be around long enough to enjoy it longer with my kids, and I chose to put my health first for the better half of a year and a half. So yeah, thank you for noticing. I appreciate you. Thank you. Michael Jordan says, can you tell Redcat Racing we want to see a 65 Impala Caprice? Who's we? Who's in your pocket, homie? And who knows? Maybe we're already working on something. Maybe we're working on something completely different. I gotta tell you guys, we're always working on stuff. And truth be told, in the future, you're gonna find out a lot of things and a lot of reasons why we had to go certain ways with bodies. But we've already talked a lot about the 63 coming out. The Riviera is not too far behind. In fact, we'll go over some of these things now. For a lot of you guys that wanted an Ascent Fusion, they're back in stock. They're running out quick, so if you want one, you're going to want to be Johnny on the spot and pick one up. They are available on our website as we speak at this moment. Ascent 18 should be available sometime around mid-June, so hopefully about a month and a half from now. The Vigilante, we hope to see it late June, so a little bit over, a month, 2 months from now, should be seeing the Vigilante come back in stock. We do expect to have the 62 body and the Riviera body arrive around the same time, which should be somewhere around July and August. 62 body is just the same one-piece body that we've done in the past, but we'll be having them back in stock as well. And the Riviera updated body that should be coming in a 3-piece should be available at the same time around July or August. The 63 Impala that a lot of folks have been waiting on, and it will be coming in an RTR or ready-to-run fashion with the LR 285 chassis, the hopper chassis underneath it. We do expect that if everything goes well, sometime between August and September should be the time frame that we might see it, and we'll be giving you guys updates if any of that changes in the near future as well. Jared Taylor says, I don't discriminate. I love all and any RCs are good RCs. Jared Taylor, exactly. He says, no, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it gets you in the hobby and enjoying it. Exactly. El Hermano says, what's going on from Stockton, California, man? What's going on with you, man? Appreciate you. Taylor Driven RC, broke steering knuckle for Fusion. Any idea when they'll be back in stock? I don't. I'll try and get you an update though, so that we can bring that up on next week's episode as well. Unless the powers that be are watching and they have an update that I haven't heard about yet. Brendan Armstrong, man, what's going on with you, bro? He says he's a big fan of painting and beating it up, man. And let me tell you, Brendan does both. He is a very gifted painter. He hands down to some of the most amazing work I've ever seen. I can't wait to have another project to send his way to paint. The man can be pricey, but it's worth every single penny. I guarantee it. And he does. He beats his RCs up like no tomorrow, man. The dude's a legend in his own right. I appreciate you, Brendan. Jacob Veers, any talk about a Gen 10? Well, I mean, why? You have a Gen 9, and then now you have an Everest Ascent. One can venture to say that the Ascent might have taken place as the Gen 10. Maybe there might be a Gen 10 in the future. I don't know. But the powers that be are definitely watching, and who knows, maybe that might spark some interest, spark some ideas into how to market them in the future, man. But thank you so much for your comment. Foreign Sean says, the fact that this is one big melting pot under one umbrella, plus it gives people that have been through a lot to make legal money by printing 3D, helping others with their builds, etc. I love it, absolutely. Again, Foreign Sean is a great source of information. I was going to say gatekeeper, but I don't want to say gatekeeper so much, because a gatekeeper is someone that's holding back the information. That's not what I mean by calling anyone a gatekeeper like I did earlier. I want to say more like ambassadors of the hobby, right? And Foreign Sean is definitely one of those guys that's done a really good job in printing stuff and really offering things to folks that kind of makes people be able to geek out a little bit more and do unique things to make their stuff cool. I think he does wheels, action figures as well, and he's been doing it for probably since the beginning of that we started this RC Lowrider scene, maybe before. I don't know if he did that beforehand, but definitely worth something checking out, man. So Sean, thank you so much for everything you do for the hobby, brother. C's BCG says, by the way, my Ascent 18 has been a blast to drive. I got all the gearing and brass upgrades other than the skid and the rear portals, and it's unstoppable, man. I love that. I love hearing that, man. That's awesome. I love when people are enjoying them and things are going well for them. Bonafide says, I love driving my Lolos to the beach and watching people's faces light up. like mine did when I first got them. Plus, it keeps people creative, keeps the juices flowing. Currently working on my own COE as I'm watching the live. So I love that, man. That's awesome. And Denny Lovejoy says, I'm finally here. I love it. Let's see. John H. Rogers says, I'm slowly getting my family into the hobby. They love when I take out both my 79 Montes. That's what it's about, man. You know, when my kids and I feel like a slight disconnect, you know, happening. I have, you know, 2 teenagers now, and you know, they're growing up. They don't want to hang out with pops all the time. You know, they want to have their own thing. They want to have their own vibe, their own, you know, friends. You know, but when I feel that disconnect, dude, I will force them to go crawling with me on a Saturday morning. I'll wake them early. We'll go out and we'll get breakfast. We'll get coffee. We'll go, you know, geek out, have fun, and just talk. Go get lunch afterwards, and just kind of make it our time. And it really humbles me to be able to spend that time with them, because, you know, time is of essence. And being able to see, like we just heard of Jason Coates passing, you know, it's a grim reminder that, you know, tomorrow's not promised. So we got to make the best out of every day. So if you have little ones and you enjoy the hobby with them, you know, I definitely commend you for that. Keep them going. Bobby from Bobby's RC Garages, what's up, brother? How are you? Michael Jordan says, it would be nice to see a licensed truck competing with the Sen 450 that can be used. So yeah, that'd be awesome, right? COEs definitely has its own vibe, but I see how a pickup truck like that could be a want. So appreciate that. Ron Drew, 1971. What are some good shocks to use on the Monte Carlo chassis? Because I ordered the Chrome 59 shocks. It doesn't seem to be right. Can you recommend another shock? Skunks Hobbies has a set of shocks that seem to work. Guys, if you're in the chat and know some other brands, drop them in here for Ron Drew. He's on YouTube, but if I see some comments, I'll be happy to read them off for you. There's a couple guys that make shocks, and they do a really good job at them. Let's see. Luis Endejas, what's going on, my man? What's going on with you, man? Representing Long Beach, California. Delegations in the house. I appreciate you, man. Denny Lovejoy says, my daughter and brother are impacted by autism as well. So yeah, you get it, man. I have 3 boys. 2 of them are on the spectrum of autism, which is something that's really near and dear to my heart. And doing the ASD crawl with the ASD crawlers that we formed many years ago, our goal was to raise funds to help early intervention programs for children that were recently diagnosed with autism. So it's something that we hold very near and dear. All right. Chris Hartman, what's up, homie? How are you, bro? Oh, Daily Driven, he said brass, not breast, my bad. I see what you mean now. Yeah. DNA Records, any idea when the Chrome's 26s will be back? I don't, but I'm going to put a pin in that as well, and try and get you guys an answer for that in the near future. Bobby's RC Garages says he enjoys seeing happy customers enjoying their RC garages. That's what's up, man. Taking pictures with his garages. If you don't know, Bobby's RC Garages makes 1/10 scale mini garages as well, and he makes them big, man. They're beautiful, and definitely something worth checking out if you want something different that you can set up at a car show or car meet, outdoor event, or even if you want to set it up in your garage and geek out and have a scale garage set up. Bueno Fly says, I am organizing a mental health week at work. I have done mental health courses, which has helped me with my mental health and able to help others, man. I love it, bro. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that and helping those around you. I think that's absolutely important as can be. Frankie Lopez, I'm staring at 3 Monte Carlos, 264s, 159. Damn, this hobby keeps me busy. I love it, Frankie. Hopefully that you're enjoying them all together, man. That's awesome. Daily Driven says, brass steering knuckles for the Fusion. Any idea when they'll be back in stock? No, I don't. I can't assume it'd be very long, but I'll try and get you an answer on that. So thank you. Let's see here. Ronald Johnson says, definitely keeping the kids in the hobby is enjoyable, and always keeps the RC around he always keeps an RC around, let the youngsters try it out. and love seeing the kids enjoying it as well. So that's awesome, man. Guys, I'm going to change gears just for a quick second because I definitely want to highlight something that happened this last weekend. For a lot of folks that don't know, the original Lowrider show was going on this last weekend in Los Angeles at the Los Angeles Convention Center. 2-day event. So big shout out to Galindos, Custom RCs, the Lowrider Custom Shop, I think, right? Great event. Lots of folks were there. Here's some pictures that were shared with me that I put on a slideshow for you guys to see. Some folks were able to take some awards home as well. So big shout out to everyone that participated, every group that was there. Much love to everyone that was a part of this, from setting things up to enjoying it with the kiddos, to the parents coming together as a team, and all the different clubs that were out there as well. If you were out there and your team was out there, man, drop it in the comments. I want to hear about it. I know that the usuals were there as normal. I'm sure there was some folks from Drop Zone. I'm sure there was some folks from All Things Lowrider. I'm sure there was definitely some Block Boy homies there as well. Some delegation, Vatos, what I'm saying. Who else was out there? Team Yonkis was out there as well. They were representing very well, and they took home some trophies as well. I think Jesus was telling me that his gorgeous build, is it King Midas, or I hope I said that right, won some awards as well. So, man, much love to everyone that was involved in this. I love seeing this, and I love seeing the kids enjoying it and being able to take home some prizes. That's always enjoyable, man. So keep up the pace, man. You guys, from big to small in every single walks of life, you guys are doing a great thing by keeping these kiddos involved. So thank you for everything you're doing. Jay Kick says, Oscar's hiding lowrider bodies from us. When's the next Nitro lowrider coming out? I don't know, maybe sometime, maybe April 1st of next year. That'll be a good date to do that one. All right. Chino Naz, what's up, bro? How are you, bro? Chino out there representing Delta RC in Antioch, California, man. I love it, man. Great stop, man. If you're out in the Bay and you want a real good hobby shop, you're going to want to skip the rest and just go straight to Delta RC. They're the only ones worth messing with in the Bay Area. Wait. JJ Customs, also a good one as well. San Jose, California. Delta RC in Antioch, California. 2 different locations. Hours worth of time in between them, but great shops to hang out and great shops to shop at. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling down, guys, because I'm a little behind on some of these comments. Apocalypse Zombie RC. Any plans on upgrading CVDs on the Ascent Fusion? The pins keep shearing off with normal driving. I haven't been told anything at this point, but as always mentioned, obviously we saw something enough to tell folks about the Loctite situation and how to do that. I'm sure that the engineering team and them, they're probably already working on something that I may not even be aware of. Just be patient. We'll see what comes of it in the future. But thank you so much for your comment. We'll put a pin in it, and hopefully the powers that be can see it as well. Dustin Cooley, what up, though? What's good with you, homie? How are you, bro? Chino Naz says his favorite part about the RC hobby is love crawling with Brandon and Oscar at Mount Diablo and watching Oscar climb rocks like a mountain goat. Yeah, I did that, huh? A lot of pictures. Dude, I was looking at those videos the other day, me wedging myself between rocks because I always had to get the picture. So, yeah, always good times. Chino, Brandon, and myself would play hooky on Mondays and go meet at Mount Diablo and go crawling. Now, this was when I had a job that had a luxury of making my own hours, but yeah, those are the days, bro. Jose Robinson, Dayton's for the lowrider dancing bed truck. Man, I wish I could answer that, but that's stuff that gets answered inside the bed dancer behind the scenes group. So if you want in on that, want information on that, you're going to want to be in that group to get those kinds of answers. Appreciate you, though. Brandon Allen says, your kids don't know that their dad is a rock star. Oh, no. Your kids don't know that their dad is a rock star because they're used to me, like LeBron James kids are used to him. but they will look back and appreciate the time they spent with you, man. They you know, I got some good kids, man. They mean well. I got to keep kids in check, of course, like always, but you know, they're good kids and they mean well. My youngest he geeks out. He loves this. He watches every single show. He has, you know, a lot of RCs. We ranch together. He's my ride or die. It was my middle son for a lot of years, and now he's too old for dad. So my youngest son is definitely the one that does it with me. So we spend a lot of time together, you know, RCing. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate the comment. Figure 6 says, you need more drifting stuff. Having issues with my servo piece, keeps drooping and getting caught when turning. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Figure 6, reach out to support, ask for Cody, one of our support guys. He actually knows the RDS platform very well. He might be able to help you with that and try to diagnose that with you to make it easier on you. Madrigal Customs, what's going on? 813's in the house. I love it, man. Joe Esparza, what's up, homie? How are you, bro? Okay, Daniel McGo says on those shocks, Skunk's Hobbies and Louis Alcala always has the right shocks. So there you go. Does Louis have a store, though? Or is he someone you have to reach out to directly? I think it's going to be someone you have to reach out directly on Facebook and find him by name. I don't believe he has an actual storefront. Skunk's Hobbies has an actual website you can shop on, though, if you know you want to do that as well. Chris Hartman also makes shocks, and the Flying Hawaiian. So there you go. 2 more names that pop up as well for the shock scene. Mike Alexis, any thoughts and discussions on a different cab for the outstanding hauler and another hauler? Nothing that's been shared with me, but again, sometimes a lot of things are already in the works that by the time I get to it, it's already 10 steps ahead and it's already being worked on. So as always, the engineers, the team, the marketing team, we're always watching these comments, and if there's something that stands out, we always like to put a pin in it and make notes on that for future as well. They got a custom turntable. Says this youngest son's also on the spectrum, man. I appreciate you, man. Autism dad, man. I love it, bro. Takes a village sometimes, you know. Custom RC Lowriders sells shocks as well. That's another one for you as well. Seized BCG says, not sure how manufacturing side would be, but would have the power to be tossed around the idea of making brass links for the Fusion. The problem with brass in links, I think in a 118 would work just fine. I think for an actual truck like that, brass is really soft, so you're going to get a lot of wear and tear on the brass and even bends. So that could be a problem. Probably one of the reasons why you don't see a ton of people making brass links. They do have their own, give and take, so to speak. All right, guys. So you guys have been amazing on today's show and hitting me with a lot of great things that bring you guys pleasure within the hobby. And that's really one thing I wanted to do is just kind of give you guys a little bit of a norm. Listen, I didn't have a lot for a show today. I wasn't able to attend out the last show. And we obviously are working on a lot of things in the background here with filming and photography as well. So, there's times where we just don't have a lot to talk about, but I love being able to make a show out of nothing and just kind of offer a barbershop feel. We can just kind of hang out, talk RCs, and just have a real conversation. And again, man, this show is definitely dedicated to Jason Coates, man. So my heart goes out to him, his family, and the rest of the Block Boys family that support him. So, again, if you guys can, man, keep the man, the family, and his extended family in your thoughts and prayers, because we as a whole, as a family, when you're in RC groups, you're RC family. So what I'm saying, make sure you guys keep that vibe going. Deanna's in the house. Oh my gosh, what's going on, Deanna? Thank you for stopping by. RPP Hobbies, guys, I'm telling you right now, Northern California's got an amazing shop for your crawler needs. Check out rpphobbies.com. Great shipping, amazing customer service and someone that I deal with almost on a weekly basis. I got to order stuff from them. So amazing folks out there. Make sure you check them out. Big on crawler stuff, and they always have a lot of things in stock. All right, guys. So, guys, there we go, man. We talked about a lot of different things, gave you guys a couple quick updates. We mainly just talked about what we love the most about the hobby, so it was kind of a great show in that sense. But as I mentioned earlier on the episode, Ascent Fusions, we have them in stock right now. We had them in stock last week. They're going out super fast. I don't know if they're going to last into the weekend. So if you are wanting one and you've been wanting one, or you have a friend that's been wanting to get one, you're going to want to get your hands on one really quick, and or check in with your local hobby shop and or the suppliers that you deal with, like RPP Hobbies and others like that. So they're available right now. Make sure you jump on them, be Johnny on the spot, and order them while you can. Ascent 18s ETA mid-June. The 63 Impala as an RTR ready to run. We're expecting to see that hopefully around August, September time if everything goes well. We're working on new tooling which we should have finished probably around mid-May, and that tooling is all of the tools that help create the molds for those parts so that they can be created in a manufacturing aspect. The 62 body that we've been out of stock should be coming in stock right around the same time that the Riviera body is going to be in stock, which is going to be around July and August. That Riviera body, as I mentioned numerous times in the past, it's going to be a 3-piece body. The main car itself, front and rear. So, and that will be the last of those types of bodies that are lesser detailed compared to like our 64, our 59, and now our 63 will be coming. So our goal moving forward is to really kind of stay and ramp up the higher detail bodies, so to speak, so that everyone can be able to enjoy that hobby with us. Because as I mentioned before, the goal with the 62 originally was just to create a body to get more bodies out there when there was nothing really being offered. But now you have amazing folks like Capitanova, I believe, which offers bodies like the caddy body that is offered on Jerry's website. And he makes a caddy, he makes a Monty LS, if I'm not mistaken, or a Cutlass as well. So definitely some more options that are kind of coming too, and those are one-piece bodies. But we know that our community really didn't like one-piece bodies from us. We wanted to make sure we listened, we heard you guys, and we know that you guys want more and more detail. So we went back to the drawing board and decided to really work on all of our bodies moving forward with the highest detail that we possibly can for you guys, because that's what you guys want and that's what you guys deserve, right? So I appreciate that, guys. Juan Trevino, man, you know what? We talked about that Rivi body so many times, and there's been so many numbers being tossed out that now I forgot the year of that Rivi. It's a boat tail, so I know that. But my mind is blank at the moment. I'm going to try and get you an answer and come back to that comment for you in a few. But yes, we've talked about it for like a year and a half. I just can't remember for the life of me the year off the top of my head at the moment. But all right, guys. Well, let's talk about some events going on potentially in your neck of the woods, and we'll go from there. So coming up this weekend, an event that obviously a lot of folks don't really know about, or may not know about, because a lot of events are always happening on the East Coast and West Coast and Midwest, so to speak. But this is going to be a good one because Cinco de Mayo is going to be kicked off at HobbyTown in West Allis, Wisconsin, as an RC Lowrider Cinco de Mayo Super Show. This event's going to go on at the HobbyTown there in town from 1 to 5 p.m. There's actually a link to in the description of this video that'll take you to the event page on Facebook where you can get a lot more information. I want to see as much pictures as I possibly can on this, and hopefully they get shared with me to share with you guys on next week's episode, because I love that. I love seeing it. Wisconsin's showing up, they're going to show out, and they're going to give you guys a great show. So man, I'm supporting you guys, I'm rooting for you guys, and I'm hoping you guys have an amazing and successful event. Up next is going to be the Culture of the Low and the Slow. That's right. This is going to be the 3rd annual RC Hopping Show. This event is an event that happened 2 years ago, was the first one, and it was a big hit. Block Boys showed up, Delegation was in the house, Notorious Entertainment was there doing their thing. This is the first time I saw Chris Mack on an MCing on a mic, and he was out there screaming as loud as he can, almost blowing out the mic like he needed to just back up just a hair, but he got it. He got it. The man's got it down now. He's been MCing at a couple different shows now. He's been holding it down. He holds it strong, and he makes it enjoyable for the kids. He'll be out there, I'm sure, doing his thing like normal. Trailers out there showing up, cars from all over, amazing builds. It's at a fairground, so of course you got good food. You got tacos, you got, corn dogs, you got funnel cake, you got everything that you can possibly want in one location to have a great event at. So definitely worth checking out. The event is going to be held at the LA County Fair. Sunday, May 19th. It's going to go on from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm sure roll-in time it's going to be first thing in the morning. If you want more information on this event, you're going to want to reach out and email delegation.rcs@gmail.com for more information, or reach out to Martin Lara on social media. You will need to pre-register for this event if you want to participate. Information for that is right here as well. If you want, you can scan the QR code that'll take you to Martin Lara's information, or Venmo as well. They're gonna have categories like kids, first and second, kids modified hop. They're gonna have dancers as well for the kids category. Then for adults, you're gonna have hop, first and second, placing, radical, dance, best paint, best custom, best street, best interior, best display, best G-body, best Cadillac, best other, best tow rig, and of course, always best of show. Pre-register is $10 per RC cart. That includes admission tickets, 2 admission tickets to get into the show. So if you want to bring the better half or maybe a little one with you, you can definitely do that and enjoy the scene by just showing up with your car and paying to get in. As I mentioned, if you want more information, reach out to Martin, who'll make sure to fill you in on all the details. All right. Next one up, Galindo. Senor Galindo is going to have his second annual Bike and RC show. This event is going to happen in Oceanside, California, 425 College Boulevard. It's going down June 8th. If you want information, you're going to want to reach out to him. It should be a good time. As always, Galindo always does big things when it comes to the scene. If you were at the original Lowrider show, you got to see a lot of how he does his events. He's going to have a bike show as well as an RC show as well for second place for Impala, G-Body, and Cadillac. So make sure you guys check it out. If you're in Oceanside and you want something to do on that weekend, June 8th, make sure you check it out. All right. Last one that we have is going to be Valley Lowriders hosting their 2024 annual picnic. This event's going to happen at Harlon Block Park in West Allis, Texas. Free to anyone that wants to participate. Definitely check it out. Show goes from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And they already have various sponsors as well. Love this. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of content comes out of this one as well. It's always a good time when it's a free event for everyone to enjoy. So best of luck on that one, guys. All right, Corey says he sells them as well. I'm assuming, is it the trailers or shocks? Maybe I missed it. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys so much for making today's show an enjoyable one. As I mentioned before, I want to dedicate today's show to Jason Coates and the entire Black Boys family for losing someone this past week. My heart goes out to them. If you guys were here at the beginning of the show, we had a moment of silence for him. It's always hard when we lose someone. It also offered us an opportunity to talk a little bit about mental health and what the RC community does for us as a whole and what you enjoy the most out of your RC hobby. So thank you guys so much for your input. Being able to share that with you guys in these moments really means a lot to me week in and week out. I hope to see you guys next week, same time, same channel, and hopefully I can bring you guys a little bit more information. Till next time, you guys stay blessed. And yeah, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, so let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, guys. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.